poppin' squad? Is your boy Jesimein. Welcome back to another Division 2 video, man. I know it's been a minute. We've been kind of waiting for this update, and if you clicked on this video, you know you came to the right place because we're gonna keep it a stack with you to see if this game is worth it playing Title Update 6. Now, first things first, I'm not gonna cover every single little patch or detail that's gonna come in. I'm just gonna pretty much cover what I would assume would make the game better for the people who are pretty much looking, especially my subscriber base. You guys looking for a lot of PvP things, and as far as content, to be able to like, I guess, tickle that little concept. So first things first, one of the big things that people say is about the specialization. So there is a new specialization. It is called the Technician. Now, I haven't got a chance to fully spec it out. It does seem extremely strong for skill build players. It's ridiculous, and I haven't really got a chance to
you're
shoot
into
it just
gadgets.
looks cool. I
think you're really gonna like this prototype.
But for the most part, that is a new specialization. So there is one, and it does come with a different playstyle, which is based around kind of support and I guess like skill power and stuff. So it's really cool. Now, for the people who want to know, is it broken compared to others? It doesn't look like it's outrageous like how the gunner med kit and stuff was. This is more for like utility, and which is good for me because this is what I really wanted. They have like in like the whatever this kind of hive that pretty much buffs everybody. So yes, the concept of the specialization is really cool. You do get a new specialization, which is a different type of play style, so you can look forward to that. The big thing for me has been a lot of the quality of life fixes. As you can see, like the UI has been like revamped. You get your primary damage at the top, your RPM shows, your armor, your health, your skill power for each skill. They added a lot of stuff to make our lives easier. You got the all option right here that shows everything. Really cool stuff, man. Like the mods, oh my god, this menu, bro. If you guys watch my live stream, I sat on this menu for like 15 minutes just talking about this organization is what we need. So you can see you have your offensive, defensive, utility, generic, and all your little slots and stuff, so you can pretty much get to everything that you need. Another big change that is going to be pretty much amazing for everybody is you see the stash size is now 300. For the people who are like me or gear hoarders, you can see I'm still at 100 out of 100. That's how you know I'm trash. Like, I just have horrible inventory management. But you can definitely have some quality of life fixes on this. The big thing that I had issue with was definitely UI-based stuff. Like, since I have so many different builds and so much stuff to worry about, having a good UI is something that I needed. Now, that's pretty much as far as for me. It on like quality of life things. There's some little things every now and then, like when you save your load, like you save your loadouts and stuff, it can have like the specialization and cool stuff like that. But it's for the most part, and also you get more loadout slots. But for the most part, let's get into the main part of is it worth playing. Now, this is obviously going to be perspective based. I'm only going to speak on what I feel I have quote unquote expertise in, which is more in a PvP realm. So if you're a PvP player, it's going to apply to you a little bit more than PvE. PvE is kind of self-explanatory because you can only do so much. But the whole thing obviously bottles down to loot and builds and all that stuff. So it kind of generalizes for both. So first things first, the big changes to gear is you cannot stack certain things that say unique talent. So it already limits you, right? It's a limit, but the cool thing is you can pretty much roll anything you want. They changed a lot of the mod slots. They nerfed big things like having the skill power. So some people will be able to run, like this will be 1,000 skill power. They nerfed it down, so you pretty much have to really spec into your role if you really want to apply, have really good heals and stuff. So I love this change because it kind of stops that regular meta where you can do everything at once, and it kind of forces you to kind of make sacrifices, which is the whole concept of being a skill builder or being a tank or being a DPS. You have to sacrifice something to be excellent in the other. So I love that change. The cool, amazing thing about the new meta is going to be it's so open based because there's so many different things that you can get that you couldn't get before. Like 511, I don't remember if it's a 511 mask, but like there's certain, like you could pretty much get any kind of mask in the game, any kind of chest, any kind of holster, knee pad, gloves, backpack. So you could pretty much mix and match like 8 times more than you could before. So all those dream builds, oh, I wish I had a Solikov chest piece and I'll be able to do. You can have all that, right? You can have a Solikov chest piece with a Solikov mask, with a Solikov holster, with a Solikov knee pad. You can have it anywhere you want. With gear sets, you can pretty much get the 4-piece and kind of run like hybrid builds. There's a lot of build diversity, so much so that I don't even have a direction I want to go in. Like I'm stuck. Like it's just so many. There's so many different things I want to make, but at least we have that, right? And the cool thing that makes that a thing is the fact that if the builds change, the meta changes. which is the time to kill, which is the cheese. All that stuff changes with it, and it definitely opens up a lot more build diversity, which is what we really wanted to begin with, because the PvP itself is fun when it's good, but the majority of people were tired of the same thing, funneling down to Eagle Bear with Spotter on the ropes and all that stuff. And they obviously nerfed certain things so that you wouldn't be able to do that. And the fact that you can't stack, for example, like if you go to like the normal sweat build, they'll have Harden on their chest or something and Harden on their backpack. You can't have that no more. So you have one Harden, and then it kind of opens you up to have something else, which is super cool for me. You can't run crazy explosion builds because you only have one destructive, stuff like that. So you pretty much open up your build to different things that you can excel at now, and you be able to pretty much have more fun having a different build. When I was getting killed in the DZ, I actually saw different builds. I'm like, damn, what is this dude running? Oh, that's a cool setup. And it's not like you could just automatically assume. You look at it and like, man, that's cool. I saw some negotiator builds. I saw some true patriot combo builds. I saw some hybrid builds. I saw some crazy like headshot builds. There's a lot of things that you can pretty much do with this, which makes it worth it for me. Now, I'm going to be streaming a lot of PvP because that's going to be my focal point. But this change by itself, so with the mod changes and with the fact that hey, the recalibration works and the fact that you can have any type of combination, that alone for me was pretty much like a headshot for me. That's like more than enough for me to open up the next step to whatever that they need to do outside of bug fixes. Right now, I'm not gonna even speak on bugs or whatever because I haven't played it enough to do that. But my video is pretty much just based around direct information on what I see it as, and I mean pretty much whatever issues you come up with, you can have yourself. Another big change for me in the PvP world is the fact that when you do go to a dark zone, you pretty much like force-fed into an active dark zone. So all the people who are running around looking for people, that should happen a lot less often now, and which is another big thing for me because like I said, when I'm in the middle of a server fight, if it's not way too cheesy, I do have a lot of fun fighting other teams. I do have a lot of fun playing with the builds that I do have. So when you have servers full of people, way more build diversity, that alone can hold me off as PvP outside of obviously wanting more improvements. So is it worth coming back to? If you are a regular casual player who needs content, there's only 2 new missions as far as PvE, and the raid is delayed. So if you're a PvE player, it's worth to come back and try and see if you want to make, like, let's say if you're addicted to making builds, you're 100%, whether you're PvE or PvP. But if you just like mauling through content, you want to make your one build and go through, you're not going to have that much content. The content is now being shifted from the actual missions and stuff into your build diversity, into your identity, into all stuff like this, and then like hunting for items that have like special names and stuff. There's a lot that goes into the whole loot aspect, especially because PvE players, you can definitely do targeted farming now. So for the loot, I would say they outdid themselves. Like, this is one of the biggest things. People hated that they couldn't get crazy build setups because it was just so hard to farm. But now, farm for a specific item. But now that you can pretty much get a specific item at a location, it opens that up. And the fact that you can get, like, for example, if I go and run the National Zoo, I have a better chance at getting 511 tactical gear. But the cool thing is that's 6 different types of pieces. So I can get a mask, a chest, a holster, a knee pad, and I can kind of mix and match. Pretty much if you farm everything, you should have every kind of piece of gear and make any kind of combination at some point. And the fact is, like, there's even gear set places to go. So you definitely are going to be able to make builds. You're definitely going to be able to feel the difference. So if you're asking me and somebody came up to me like, hey, Jesimein, is the game worth coming back to? I would say yes, for loot reasons. Now, if you're a person hunting for raids, if you're a person that wants brand new something, there's not that much brand new. There's just a lot of quality of life, hardcore quality of life fixes to make your life easier, and they open the whole loot pool to be able to have whatever kind of build that you want, which is what I personally love and I personally feel is going to help, especially the fact that I have people to shoot at now with the new builds, and it's like a whole new like formula, right? It's the same game, different formula, but this formula is what people, well, it should have been happening in the beginning. Well, whether it was supposed to come out, it should have been, whatever, the fact that it's here now, and if you want to come back to play, you will enjoy yourself. I played on stream all day yesterday, and I I felt the early stages of the division coming back. I was like, man, like look at that build, look at that build. All right, the ideas start coming. So if you are a build maker, if you love trying to make yourself OP in different ways that aren't necessarily locked to the same thing all the time, the game is definitely worth coming back to and at least trying. Now, some people that's not enough for them. They still don't like the certain cheeses, shotguns too strong, or they're the raids push back and makes it whatever the case your case may be. That's fine. That's valid. Some people it's not enough. Some people they're like, hey, like this isn't enough for me, and I'm pretty sure the developers are well aware of that. I'm just saying to come back and at least try, okay? Which is the whole premise of this video. Is it worth coming back to try? It's definitely worth trying. Am I gonna say this is gonna be enough to keep everybody? No, 100%. Probably not. Because there's not. It's not like there's survival, or it's not like there's brand new, like a whole new plethora of weapons and a brand new map like Fortnite. It's not like that. It's just, hey, we're tying up all the loose ends from the things we did here. You guys complain about up until then, and then kind of added them through it. So for me, it's exciting because I'm a build maker. So for me, I guess it's a little biased, right? So the biggest part of the changes were the loot, and that was my biggest complaint. So the fact that got super love, it's good for me. So, but overall, general, let's say you haven't played since the raid came out, you can definitely come back and definitely enjoy yourself, and even just farming for a reason now. So like farming looks exciting now because it's like you bring a 4-man team. Let's say you guys need some Alps, you go over here and run this mission. That's 4 people getting Alp stuff. You're gonna be getting exactly what you need to be able to build, and the fact that they raise the caps on materials, there's a lot here that a lot of people are gonna enjoy, and I'm super excited about it. So it's pretty much it, you guys. I know I kind of rambled on a little bit, but like I said, I wanted to make sure I had the exact reason on why I'm excited for people to come back and why I'm excited to come back and start playing again, because this reason alone. Now, there's a lot of other little things on the side that you can read through the patch notes that are also as good as well, because any change is good, as long as it's quality of life and stuff. But for me, this by itself is more than enough to at least come back and give it a go because of the build diversity. If you took out the build diversity fact, it probably wouldn't be as appealing to even people who haven't. Like, it's still Division 2, it's still the same type of combat, it's just you have more freedom to be your kind of build maker. Will there be a meta? Undoubtedly there will be. But at least you can have fun with a million different things up until then, and even when you get to that point, there's just a lot of options you can cover. So I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. For the people who have been playing it, if you guys want a more in-depth explanation on the patch notes and stuff, I can make a video like that. But pretty much I just wanted this video to be, everybody's asking me, is it worth playing? You watch this and you pretty much judge off based on what I'm saying, because there's not too much more for my kind of subscribers that I've seen that you're going to be headhunting for as far as content. But as far as build diversity, loot pool, quality of life, they aced it, bro. It's not even a regular, well, it's okay, it's good. No, they did a phenomenal job. And the fact that I heard that they look at making vendors amazing, selling gear sets, look at selling name items, all these quality of life things, bro. The simple things matter, and they do add up. So I know people are gonna ask, well, what is the yellow one? I mean, you can get like it's pretty much a buff. So this has perfectly naked. It pretty much doubles the ability. So super cool. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoy, man. Go hit up those vendors. Go try to farm, get your gear, and enjoy yourselves, man. We're excited. So stay tuned for the streams, because we're definitely going to be back on our grind and our build making thing. So it's been real. I love y'all. Your boy is out.